Okay, here we go again in Adobe Bridge. In the previous video we looked at how we could apply metadata and keywords to our images to make life easier for us down the track. You can imagine here if you were taking a whole lot of photographs on holiday and you had some, you were going through Europe perhaps, and you had some in Rome and some in Venice and some in Nice, then you could add those words to those keywords to those places you visited so that you could very quickly filter out all the images that were taken in that area. For example, here, remember how I did that? On the keywords, I click on Mack Truck here and to filter only the Mack Truck images, and there's just the Mack Truck images within this directory. Some of the other things that you may want to be aware of in Bridge, again, we can adjust the layout as we please, so I can reduce or enlarge this area here. I can reduce or enlarge these icons, and I can enlarge this preview area to get a better idea of how these photos are coming up. Now if I click on one particular photo, say I'll do this one here, it comes up with the name of the file that has been renamed, remember, when it was coming off the media card with Mazeppa, and the date that it was taken. So it was taken on 2013 on the 16th of the 3rd, and its actual number was 04. And I can then, when I'm in the Bridge here, I can preview this or I can use what's called a loop or a magnifier to check over parts of the image to see whether or not there are any kind of complicated things that might cause a problem. So, you know, if I'm specifically wanting to check the image to see if there are, you can see how clear that is there, that it's zoomed right in on a particular bit of the image, and we can tell whether or not that's in focus, and that's not too bad from that distance. And then to lose the loop, I just click on the cross there. And if I use my spacebar, it actually fills the whole screen. Now this is going, because I'm on a large monitor here, it's going to only show up in a small portion, but it becomes quite massive in the screen, and you can really check over the image. And that's just using the spacebar and clicking again with the spacebar to get out of it. If I click on the image, it actually zooms in even further to 100%. So and then click again to get back out of that, and so you can really do thorough inspections on your images, and it's a very quick way to do so. Also, if I type a number on here on my keyboard, I can apply a number of stars to the image. So these little things down the bottom here show the number of stars that I've applied. So when I've zoomed in on the image and type, say, a number 2 here for 2 stars, and then zoom back out again, you can see here it's actually had 2 stars applied to that. And I can then sort my images according to the number of stars I've rated them by. So up to 5 stars. In this group here, there's not going to be too many that would rate highly. I just did a wandering around the property here and took various images, and you can see here there's the DNG and the same image with the JPEG version, and a couple of the characters around. And here obviously I could put in the name of this young fella to make it more relevant, and here he was doing a bit of acrobatics for me on the trampoline, and I could put in the names of the individuals around the place so that I could make it really easy to filter out exactly what I wanted to get. I can also bush the ones that I don't want. So here I'm trying to get an image of one of the airplanes that flew into this event with a bit of sunset behind it, and I took a bunch of different versions of that same image to try and see whether I could get the light better. And I could obviously very quickly get rid of the ones that didn't work. So it's not a bad idea to review your photographs in this particular system. And again, just individuals that are at the party, I've got them there in their fancy dress costumes, and some of the girls went to a lot of trouble at this one. Okay, so that's a quick way of getting around your your images and sorting them and managing them and putting them into directories where you can find them again easily, and put in the keywords to filter them easily to get exactly what you need. I do commend Adobe Bridge to everyone that's using photographs, and it comes also with Lightroom. Those who are using Lightroom, although Lightroom has some pretty good photo management capabilities of its own. Okay, that'll be the end of this video, and we'll move on to the Photoshop one soon.